Hello and welcome to the Scher podcast. Today we are going to be talking about the mystery of the Amber Room. To start, what is amber? People may know amber as the thing that brought back the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, but it is also an extremely precious stone formed by petrified plant resin, which takes between 2 and 10 million years to fossilize. Due to its popularity in Europe, the King of Prussia, Frederick I, ordered the construction of an entire room made of amber for his wife in 1701. The next king, Frederick William, did not share the same love for treasure and art like his predecessor. And when Peter the Great of Russia visited Prussia in 1701 and fell in love with the Amber Room, the king knew just what to do. In order to solidify their alliance and their mutual hate of the Swedes, the King of Prussia gifted the Amber Room to Peter the Great in 1716. He first placed it as an art installation in a museum in Russia, but when Peter the Great's daughter, Tsarina Elizabeth, wanted to use it as a meditation room, Peter the Great had it moved into the Catherine Palace. This is where it remained for almost 200 years. Fast forward a couple of centuries, and here is where our story gets interesting. On June 22, 1941, Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, sending 3 million Germans into Russia. Knowing the Germans were approaching the Catherine Palace, the Russians attempted to hide the Amber Room with wallpaper. This obviously didn't work, and after the Germans ended up using Catherine Palace as a military base in Russia, they eventually found the Amber Room and shipped it back to Germany along with the other art stolen from the palace. In Germany, the Amber Room was placed in a museum in Königsberg, where art curator Alfred Rode was able to study it for 2 years. A warning of an upcoming military attack prompted Alfred Rode to pack up the Amber Room and put it in the museum's storage room. This is the last known location of the Amber Room, now worth a reported $150 million. The 1944 attack was indeed a massive Allied bombing, and no one has seen the Amber Room since. The most obvious theory is that the Amber Room was destroyed along with the museum in the bombings. While this is one of the possibilities, it seems foolish to disregard the other, very plausible theories. Some believe the Amber Room was loaded onto a German boat, later sunk by a Russian submarine, and that the Amber Room is now laying at the bottom of the sea. And others have theorized that it is still in Germany, and was buried in a German silver mine or Nazi bunker. The last theory has prompted treasure hunters from all over the world to search for the missing Amber Room. In 1997, a clue furthered the case. 2 German art detectives got word of someone trying to pawn off a piece of the Amber Room, and upon raiding the man's house, they discovered that the piece had belonged to his grandfather, who was a Nazi, but the man had no idea of its origin. More recently, treasure hunters have appeared in the news for claiming that they thought they had found the Amber Room. This happened as recently as 2017.
Treasure hunters believe they've made a pretty amazing discovery in Germany. They believe they found the Amber Room in a Nazi bunker. Detectives scanned a field with a geo-radar and found underground booby traps along with a system of bunkers and mines.
But in the end, it too turned out to be just another letdown. The Amber Room is even playing a role in today's politics between Russia and Germany. In an attempt to solidify a better relationship with Russia, Germany gifted them 2 pieces of artwork from the Amber Room. In return, Russia gave Germany 101 drawings that the Red Army had stolen from Germany at the end of World War II. In response, Vladimir Putin said, "Today is a rich day with emotion for me as for many of my countrymen. One of our most sacred possessions has been returned, thanks to the efforts of our German friends." So the Amber Room is still having an impact now. This legacy has lasted from 1701 all the way to today. The Amber Room impacted relations between Prussia and Russia in the 18th century, between Russia and Germany during World War II when it was stolen, hurting their relationship for decades, and when the wounds finally started to heal with the returning of art between the 2 nations. And now, Russia has commissioned the construction of a new Amber Room. The saga continues.